Welcome back to the Liquid Math channel, where we use AI-powered market analytics for crypto investors and to those who wish to learn about crypto market analytics. As of December 9, 2025, XRP is trading near $2.11, while the broader crypto market remains in fear. Today's Fear and Greed Index sits at 25, signaling caution, hesitation, and emotional defensiveness. Global markets are in wait-and-see mode ahead of the Federal Reserve decision, with stocks mostly flat and capital quietly rotating into precious metals and defensive assets. And yet, XRP is not collapsing. That disconnect is where today's signal begins. Signal number 1: 2025 was a digestion year, not a crash. On February 12, 2025, Ripple traded near $2.47. Earlier this year, it peaked close to $3.56 before entering a steady drawdown. As of today at $2.11, XRP is down roughly 15% year-to-date, and nearly 40% off its local 2025 high. But here's the not-too-obvious part: this year's decline has been a slow bleed, not a liquidation collapse. That typically signals weak hands exiting gradually, stronger hands absorbing supply, and a market transitioning from momentum to stabilization. This is the kind of damage that completes a down leg, not one that usually begins it. Signal number 2: the multi-year structure is still massively bullish. Now let's zoom out. On March 9, 2020, Ripple traded near 15 cents. As of today at $2.11, it is still up over 1,270% across 5.5 years. Go even further back. In September 2013, XRP traded near 1 cent. 12 years later, it's over $2, a gain of more than 19,000%. Yet fewer than half of all months in XRP's history have closed green. This tells us something crucial. Ripple is not a smooth compounder. It is a convex, impulse-driven asset with long boring periods, followed by rare explosive upside phases. Right now, we are clearly in one of the boring, bruised phases. Signal number 3: Fear Index at 25 with XRP still above $2. With sentiment stuck in fear, most traders are emotionally anchored to the recent failure near $3.50. Psychologically, this feels like disappointment. Structurally, it is something else entirely. Even in fear, XRP is still more than 13 times higher than its 2020 price and nearly 200 times higher than its early history. That means the market feels weak, but it is not structurally underwater. This is the classic signature of a confidence reset, not a secular collapse. Macro context: caution, not crisis. Equities in both Canada and the US are moving sideways ahead of the Fed. Gold and silver miners are rallying, signaling quiet hedging. Argentina remains economically weak, showing regional stress but not global contagion. This is a nervous macro environment, not a panic one. That matters for Ripple, because assets that move in impulses usually need either a strong macro tailwind or a powerful internal narrative. Right now, neither is fully present, which supports consolidation, not trend acceleration. And now the Liquid Math Market Pulse Index for XRP. The Liquid Math Market Pulse Index, LMMPI, as of December 9, 2025 scores the market from 0 to 100 based on price structure, sentiment, macro pressure, hidden signals. 0 to 20 is extreme risk, panic conditions and high crash probability. 21 to 40 is defensive zone. Fear dominates and only high-risk setups. 41 to 60 is neutral zone. Market undecided with choppy, mixed signals. 61 to 80 is constructive zone. Data favors continuation, which has best risk-reward. 81 to 100 is overheated zone. Strong trend but growing blow-off risk. LMMPI for Ripple, 64 out of 100, which is neutral to constructively cautious. The model reflects a massively bullish multi-year structure, a bruised but stabilizing 2025 trend, a fearful sentiment, and a macro environment that is cautious, but not hostile. This is not a high-conviction breakout score, but it is not a breakdown score either. Based on the structure, volatility, sentiment, and macro backdrop, The highest probability path for XRP is a broad consolidation around the low $2 range with a mild upward bias, not an immediate return to $3.50, and not a collapse back towards sub-$1 levels. In other words, XRP is far more likely to build a base than to make a decision in the immediate future. As of December 9, 2025, XRP looks less like a coin about to fail and more like a high beta asset catching its breath after an enormous historical run. The spectacular moves come later and the boring consolidation is where they are prepared. This has been the Liquid Math, where markets become mathematics. Subscribe for the next update and hidden signal breakdown.